And now let's talk about this guy. Welcome back, guys. It's the Raw Geek here. Yes, I recently talked about Hulu and the fact that, Disney have already got 30% stake in Hulu and Fox is 30%, so when there's the acquisition or merger, technically Disney have got like a controlling stake of it, so that it makes sense for certain shows to go onto Hulu even though they're technically Disney. And what I was talking about there is mostly Marvel, but we have got some information about Alien as well, and I did briefly touch upon that. Didn't get into it, but I'm going to get into it a bit now. So yeah, a few things to talk about with Ridley Scott, but first we will start with this news about an Alien series. Apparently there's potentially going to be 2 Alien series being worked on, which I don't know if I believe it. I'm going to give it, take it with a pinch of salt at the moment, because that just seems a bit weird, but there are some details we've got which are, potentially true. According to HN Entertainment, one of these 2 Alien shows will be produced by Ridley Scott. Now Ridley Scott is a very busy man, and there are a few projects that he's working on which I'm going to mention in a minute, which is why I feel a little bit like, is he really going to be involved in this? Or if he is, will he just be like an executive producer and he just look at it now and again and not really be that involved, not directing anything like that? Details are scarce at the moment, but there might be multiple seasons that could tackle different corners or areas of the franchise, not unlike Fargo. In theory, I could see them possibly filling gaps in the franchise or crafting brand new stories to tell within the Alien universe, blah 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 blah. So that's pretty cool. I don't think if there was an Alien show we'd see xenomorphs running around all the time. I think they'll be alluded to. I think it'll be maybe missions of colonial marines, or maybe a mission of like, a freighter somewhere where it's got like a ragtag crew on there and they're just sort of trying to make their way through the universe and make ends meet. And then, they cross paths with things going on with Weyland-Yutani and aliens and all that kind of stuff. Like I say, I don't think we'll see them running around. The problem is with a TV show, of course, is the budget. If the budget's not great and they're trying to rely on CGI for aliens and they don't do it well, it's just going to look cheesy and bad, so I don't think they would want to risk that. Hopefully they wouldn't want to risk that. And that's kind of, one of the things that makes me a little bit hesitant about a TV show about aliens. But if Ridley Scott is truly involved and properly involved, it could be pretty cool. And as I mentioned with the other video about the Marvel shows, Hulu makes sense because it is kind of currently owned, by Disney and Fox and some other people as well, but Bob Iger said that Fox can still sort of do rated R stuff, and that would make sense to put that on Hulu, and then the more PG stuff would be on the Disney Plus streaming service. So if they did make an Alien series, it may well even be, R-rated, or at least more adult than it could be on a Disney Plus streaming service. So yeah. And we do know that Alien makers have been tweeting quite a lot about this Read, Play, Watch thing. The Read is all the books that are coming out, the making of, and of course the Aliens Resistance comic with Amanda Ripley. And just so you know, I did a prequel roundup of a comic book called Aliens Defiance, which takes place before Aliens Resistance. If you want to check that out, it's like 7 minutes long. It's all 12 issues of the comic. Just as a recap, they arrive and battle with the xenomorphs. They are more concerned with bringing back a specimen than dealing with Zula and Davis 1. Aliens Resistance number 1 is out, number 2 is soon, and it finishes in like April, and I might do like a comic book recap of that as well. So that was certainly the read part. The play, we had Alien Blackout. It's a mobile game. The game was okay, but it was bitterly disappointing that it wasn't like a AAA title. But we know that Cold Iron Studios are working on something still. And the watch part, well, we've got the Alien 40th Anniversary edition coming out. It's going to be in the cinemas and that kind of stuff, and I'm going to watch it. There's also some fan-made films that they did a competition for, official competition, so they might be being released this year, I'm not sure. But it does kind of make you think, what else could the watch be? If it's just the 40th anniversary, like a 4K edition of Alien, okay, but is that really worth sort of tweeting about? But it could be that it's because they're going to announce these TV shows, I don't know. And as I was mentioning earlier about, he might just be like a producer on it. Here it's saying he'd probably just be executive producer with his production company kind of actually making the series. So yeah, he would just be flicking for it now and again. But as long as it's got, his creative genius there guiding the way, that doesn't scare me too much. So, hopefully it'll be pretty good. But yeah, he is quite busy because he's doing all sorts of things. He's also on board for a potential, or it looks like it's going ahead, Queen and Country film based on the comic books, and it's all about like a character who's in like MI6, so it's kind of like special agent, espionage, all that kind of stuff. It says here, Sylvia Hoeks, is that how you pronounce it? Hoeks? Is being eyed for the lead role in Ridley Scott's comic book adaptation of Queen and Country, and it was kind of being shelved for a while, but it says it's back on track. It wasn't originally Ridley Scott, but I think they named him as being on board in 2018, I think it was. And essentially there's a super spy called Tara Chase, described as a brilliant and emotionally detached woman, so a bit like James Bond. Yada yada yada, it's basically James Bond. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. If he's doing all these things, you know, has he got time to make this Alien show good? I don't know. I mean, this kind of confirms there's going to be no third Alien prequel. It's just not going to happen, is it? And the latest bit of news of stuff he's working on, like I say, he's very busy. This is about the Merlin Saga, and it says, according to a new report, director Ridley Scott is set to helm Disney's Merlin Saga, and apparently he'll start production on it this fall. That's autumn, if you're in UK and don't know what fall means. The script for the film was written by Philippa Boyens, who is best known for co-writing Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings and Hobbit trilogies. So, you got to think, well, that's pretty good then. A team like Boyens and Scott developed this movie. It should turn out to be quite the fantasy epic. So I mean, I've never actually read the books. I think there are 12 of them, but I don't know. That sounds pretty cool. There's a cool sort of fantasy saga we can get involved with. The movie was based on the T.A. Barron book series, and the story follows the origin story of a young Merlin who had gone to become the mentor of the classic literary character King Arthur. I mean, it's pretty cool. That sounds pretty cool. So that might be quite a nice fantasy saga for us to get our teeth into. It's been a while since The Hobbit. It's been a long while since Lord of the Rings. Maybe this will be pretty good. We'll have to wait and see. He's even found time to direct an advert. It's like a short movie advert. It's like 4 minutes long for Hennessy. And if you're not old enough to drink, you shouldn't watch this advert. But we're going to take a look at this because apparently it's pretty cool. So yes, this is Hennessy X.O, The Seven Worlds, directed by Ridley Scott. Let's check this out. It's not intended to be viewed by persons under alcohol legal drinking age, blah blah blah. A Ridley Scott film. Oh, The Seven Worlds. What's the quality? Is it good quality? Tony. That's smart. Look at that. 1. Sweet notes. That's the sweet notes of that liquor as it hits your mouth. Apparently it's like rock. Oh, it's like a nectar flowing from mountains. That looks really amazing. Yummy. 2. Rising heat. Oh, things are getting hot. That's cool. What? Hey little humans. How smart is that? Three, Spicy Edge. Those guys are like really big space jockeys, aren't they? Lots of spices, that's cool. Flowing through you, that spice. Bam. 4, Flowing Flame. Oh, this is cool. Huh. These worlds look great. 5, Chocolate Lol. Oh, wouldn't stand underneath that. Yummy rocks. Oh, Nirvana, baby. 6 wood crunches. Ooh. Ooh, oh. Look at that, it's reborn in your mouth. 7, Infinite Echo. Whoa, look at that. That's incredible. Oh, big celestial dude. X.O Hennessy. Each drop is an odyssey. What? That's an elaborate advert for a cognac. So yeah, some amazing visuals there. You know, the guy's still got it. That was just an advert. Just think what he could have done with another Alien movie if it had the right mix of stuff, if he wasn't trying to pay fan service too much, but did enough to keep us happy at the same time. Like, you know, go on with the story of David and not just give us xenomorphs too quickly. I think he was kind of worried we wanted it too much and it was difficult to balance. It's not his fault, it was just, you know, it's difficult to balance for fans. What do we really want? But it doesn't look like we're going to get it. It's just one of those things. But, you know, hopefully if there is a TV series for Alien, it'll be decent. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get another movie, an Alien movie out of him at some point. Who knows? So anyway, yes, I'm seeing Alien in the cinema on March 1st. I'm looking forward to that. What are you looking forward to his work-wise? Are you looking forward to that Merlin Saga? Are you looking forward to potentially this Alien series being around? Let me know down below. So guys, if you like that, please click like, make sure you're subscribed for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next video. And until then, remember, if you're getting a bit of chest pain while eating, just slow down, because otherwise you might get an alien bursting out of it. Okay, bye. Guys, if you're still here, you're awesome! But as you are still here, why not check out some of my other videos? Oh, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Laters, haters.